Hello, my name is Ziara Almur. Today I will be showing you how to add a book through the content management system of Kutubli, specifically for publishers. First, you need to know that this site is different than the public website that readers can see, and we need to reach it through manage.kutubli.com. Of course, each person will use their own sign-in information to get to this page. Now, this page will look a bit different for you than it does for me. First, this list will only contain the books published by your own publisher and not all of the books that I can see. To the left, you will be able to see a button that I do not have here to edit your information, and this is to change the logo for the publisher, change the information, add a number, and other things that you can do for your profile. On this list, we have several actions that we can make. First, we have the plus sign, and this is to add a new edition of an already existing book. Then we have the pencil. This is where you can edit an existing book. The I button is to see what the book looks like on the public website. And the last button is to see other editions. For example, for here, I do not have other editions of this book. Of course, we can search by book, by ISBN, or by author to see if a book already exists on our system. Now I'm going to assume we're adding a new book, so we have this button to the right for adding a new book. The first page is very important, and this is where we add our book ISBN. It could be the ISBN 10 or 13. If we don't have an ISBN, we can just check this box, but if we do, it is very important to add it so that we make sure we don't have duplicates on the website, and it also helps us to add some information if this ISBN can be retrieved on online databases. For now, I'm going to take the example of Pride and Prejudice and just add this book to show you how we do that. I'm just going to add the ISBN and click Next. You have to note that you have to make sure the ISBN is correct because you can no longer edit it once you put it in. First, we go to the book identifier. We have the title, which is required. Because I put the ISBN, this auto-filled for me. I will remove Oxford Classics and put that as the edition title, which is not necessary, but it's good to have it if we want. We could also use a subtitle if the book has one. Then we have to add the book description. Here I'll just copy-paste something that is already there to save us time. Now for the description, we are able to change some of the formats. For example, I can make something in bold, italics, underlined, or not formatted at all. This is entirely up to you. We move on to the next section about the book writers, and here we have two different things we can fill. First, for authors or editors, we can either select writers if they already exist on the Kutubli website, or we can make new ones. So let's see here if we have Jane Austen. We do not have this author, so I click to add a new author. I select the language I am typing in. So now I am typing in English, and I will just add the author name. Then I will be prompted to choose is this is the author or the editor. I can choose what is correct. I'm gonna show you an example if the name already exists. Let's say, just assuming here, Edward Said wrote this book too. I can also select a role and add him as a second author. If this book was published by an organization and doesn't have authors, we can check this box so we don't have to add anyone. Now for contributors, here we have the options of adding illustrators or translators. Nothing applies here, but if there is, we can add them the same way. If they exist on the website, we type the name. If we find it, we add it. If we don't, we can just add the language we're typing in and put in a new name. Then we move on to the publication details section. Some things will not appear to you because you will be automatically adding your own books. So this will automatically show that it is published by yourself. So we can skip this. You will see a book publication website, and this is if you have a website separately from Kutubli that you would want to link on the book page. This is where we can add it. We continue to the publication date. This version was published in 2020. The publication language, this particular edition is in English, so I will add English. If this book is a translation, I can check the box and choose the original language. This is not applicable here, so I'll just uncheck the box. Moving on to print details, the print format, this is a paperback. We can add the number of pages and the dimensions. Again, this was auto-filled because I added the ISBN and the system was able to retrieve the information. But number of pages and dimensions are not necessary. They're just useful if you want to have them. Moving on to book tags. For this section, I would like to say that we are still working on refining the categories that we have listed here. If you have any comments or suggestions, please do not hesitate to reach out, as this is still a work in progress. We just have some basic things that we already have for helping with categorization. So I will choose here fiction. Then I can choose specifically, is this action, adventure, comedy, historical fiction, science fiction, anything else, and I can choose not to add anything. The tagged location are the locations where the book actions take place. Here, just to show you an example, I can add more than one country. So let's say this is happening in Lebanon and Palestine. I can add several locations, and I can also remove them. Last but not least, the topics. These topics that we currently have are more useful for non-fiction genres as of now, but if you see anything is fit for other type of books, please do add them as well. Again, this is a section that we are still working on, so these are not final yet. Then I can save the information I just entered. I will have a warning message that the book is not visible on the public website as of yet. And the reason appears here, I did not provide an image of the front cover. So if I scroll down, now I can see a space where I can add the front cover, the back cover, an excerpt of the PDF, or the full text PDF if I wish to do so. Of course, all of these need to be added in PDF format. Only the front cover is necessary for the book to be visible on the public website. So I will just add that for now. And if I continue scrolling down, I can notice that I can review or edit the information that I have just added. Now, because I added the front cover, I can see this message here change. The book is now visible on the public website. If I wish to make it more discoverable or make it easier for readers to look at this book, these are the things that I can add. Now, I can go back to my management page. I can look for this book and see that it will now appear.